If you're a real estate agent, you probably want to get known. You want to get known by people in your city. And one of the best ways to do that is by having one of the biggest brands in your city post about you. Now, how do you get that to happen? Let me make myself a little bit smaller here and show an example. This is going to be an extremely quick video, but this is about collaborating on Instagram with a local brand that has, more exposure than you do. For this example, I'm going to be talking about the Fort Lauderdale International Boat Show, otherwise known as FLIBS, okay? And very tactically, just before I show you some of the content and things, the way that I went about doing this is first reaching out to their marketing team. Hey, if I do this, would you guys consider, collaborating on a reel? And they were like, sure. Do you want anything in return? I'm like, you know what? No. What I want in return is just to, for you guys to accept the collaboration. That way I can get more exposure on myself, right? Obviously I didn't say that, but here's where we get into the real sauce here, okay? So any of these videos that I did, despite maybe this one right here, I'll show you these here in a second. And by the way, look at the views on these. This is why this is important, because a video that I'm posting myself, maybe 1,000 views, but check it out. When I put it onto a page, which I'm gonna go into the details here in just a second and show you the different profiles, but when I post it onto a brand's account, a business's account that has a lot more followers, a lot more exposure, then this is what happens. More exposure for my stuff. Look at this, 17.1 thousand views, and in this video I'm literally saying use me as your real estate agent, which is super cool. But again, here's kind of the flow of how to make this work. Let me make myself a bit bigger here just so you're not too distracted by what's on the screen. So in order for this to work, the content that you're making and that you're going to be collaborating on with said business or other local brand in your area, in your market, right? You have to make the content for their audience. That's the biggest tip that I could give you in this entire video is you make the content for their audience. Because if you're being selfish and you're making it for yourself and talking all about you, then they don't necessarily want to accept that collaboration because that is for your audience. But if you go out of your way to make a piece of content or to create something that they're like, you know what, this adds value to our page, let me share this with our followers. And then because you're the one on camera, you're the one actually delivering the value or the content, and you're collaborating on Instagram. What I mean by that is, I'll show you here. Let me pause this because I know it's going to be loud right at the beginning. Oh, nope, didn't even pop up. This is a collaboration. You see how it's posted by both of us? That's important. So that's what a collaboration is you basically get your content put on their page, but yes, you want it to be valuable to their audience. Let's see if we can hear this real quick. My name's AJ Butler. I'm a real estate agent here in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. And although this video has nothing to do with real estate, it kind of does. Because once you buy your boat, you obviously need somewhere to park it. And what better place to park it than the boating capital, the Venice of America. Listen, if there's anything I could ever do for you, real estate related or not, all of my contact details can be found in the description of this video. Now let's get into the boating content. Owned by the Marine Industries Association and produced by Inform. Okay, so this was a long while ago, before I got even better on camera and understood how to do things. That was a really long, drawn out intro. Probably not the best for their audience, but this video afterwards is just a direct pitch for people to come to FLIBS, which is what they wanted, right? I probably would have done this video a little bit differently today, but the point of this is they accepted the collaboration. It got posted on their page, and it provided a ton of value. Okay, let me show you another one. This is I did a little series with them. So this one was a little bit, I don't want to say selfish, but it was kind of selfish. Okay, so maybe not as selfish as what I remember, but I'm at FLIBS saying, hey, we got all of the nicest boats, yachts in the world here, some of the nicest fleet of luxury cars. And then to add to that luxury trifecta, we've got homes. If you're coming to buy these two things, call me if you want to know where to park those, right? Just a little play on words there, a little fun, a little humor. But they accepted it. 17,000 views on this, all right? Super cool. And then the other thing that I did that was super powerful is go into FLIBS and interview businesses and brands that were there. And again, all of these, look, FLIBS posted. Matter of fact, not only FLIBS, but the brand that I interviewed. So anyway, I think this is pretty self-explanatory. Look, this is a local brand, Slicker Butte. Owner's name is Colton right here. But super cool. Let me click over to Flibs actually right now and show you how powerful this is. 67.6 followers, and what is this? It is the Fort Lauderdale International Boat Show. Where am I a real estate agent at? Fort Lauderdale. How valuable is it to be on the page of such a big brand in the city I do real estate in, especially when the people that follow that page are probably people with money who want boats, or at least connected to the marine space in some way, shape, or form. All right? Anyway, that's basically going to cap off this video. Just wanted to show you how important it is to collaborate with local brands in your city and how to do it. There's a right way to do it. Reach out to them, make sure, hey, would you guys even be open to this? Like, try to make some connections first off, right? Connect with their marketing team and see what they want. Say, hey, how can I provide value? Second is when you make the content, make sure it's for the other person's audience. And in return, you'll get a collaborative post posted on Instagram where your face is in front of all of the people that you want it to be in front of. That's it. Peace.